Today I'm going to talk about two things mainly, both of which involve going outside your comfort zone, and these are where the opportunities lie in 2011, I think. If you look at what's happened globally in the economy, essentially we've moved into a sort of two-speed world. The bits of the global economy that are coupled to China are now growing very fast once again, and the picture is essentially one of stagnation in the what we call the developed world, but we're going to have to come up with some new names for some of these things. So the Eurozone obviously has a crisis. America has got a terrible problem with its job market, and its recovery is going to slow down in 2011. And in Britain, things have been going a bit better than we expected, actually, but the government's austerity measures are about to kick in, and that will have some kind of slowdown effect, we'll see. So even more than people were looking for opportunities in the developing world, they will be doing so in 2011. And in particular, I think that will mean that they will be increasingly looking beyond the traditional suspects of India, China, Brazil, and looking at, again, we need a name for this. Goldman Sachs calls them the next 11, and there are various other names floating around, but I think there will be much greater opportunities if you're prepared to go a bit further and go into these less well-known foreign markets like Indonesia. So I think that's one area in which people who are looking for growth next year are going to have to venture outside their comfort zone. And the other is entirely unrelated, but is also sort of a big change, and that's the impact of social media across industries. And the really odd thing about it, I mean, it is a sort of in some ways, it's like the initial impact of the internet. We had the sort of headless chicken moment where everyone is saying, can't I just outsource this? Can't I ignore it? Isn't it going to go away? And it's not. And like the internet, it's extremely disruptive because it makes lots of previously separate functions blur into each other. You really can't tell where customer care starts and PR ends, for example. It affects industries in different ways. And of course, for media businesses, including my business, The Economist, or anyone in marketing services, it has this incredibly disruptive effect that horizontal transfer of ideas and stories and anything else is now as effective as vertical transfer from broadcasting. So if you've built your business around the old vertical model, which essentially the modern mass media has, then you've got a real problem. And so next year is going to involve a further sort of working out of what the rules are here. This is going to take quite a while, as the impact of the internet has done so far. So I think that is quite painful and quite disruptive and involves quite a lot of sort of throwing out of conventional wisdom, and that's something that's going to also require people to go outside their comfort zone in 2011.